So over the last 3 months before I started this channel, I've been a bit quiet. And the reason why is because I've been doing one thing. I've been saying less and doing more. And it's such a critical thing to do in your life, I swear down. It's the best thing I ever did. Because by embodying that, and I sometimes have this in my Instagram profile, say less, do more. But by embodying that, what it's allowed me to do is allow me to build out my whole software platform with my team. It's allowed me to build out my video editing team for my podcast. It's allowed me to fully scale a suite of educational products for the back of the podcast and everything we're doing as well, and fully align my next tour, which is in America. And I wouldn't have achieved all of that if I'd been out saying as much as I was saying. Because when you start saying a lot to the world, you stop the doing, right? So you've got to have a season in your life where you say less. You go ghost in a lot of areas of your life. It may seem like you're stepping back for a period, but that period allows you to rise like a fucking phoenix, right? And you need to be able to do that. You need to be able to hold yourself to account. Sometimes less is more. You know, when you've got to go inwards. Such a powerful thing that I've done. I wanted to make sure that all of you got dialed in on this, because you'll free yourself from so much. There's so much pressure in today's world with this Instagram game and all the stuff that's going on out in here, and even in places like this, it's hard not to get into what I term as the dick swinging competition of life, where you want to look at what someone else is earning and you want to earn the same. You want to look what someone else is wearing and you want to wear the same. You want to look at where someone else is going, or the girlfriends that they've got, or the partners that they've got, and you want the same. But really, you don't want none of that. What you want to do is you want to write down what you actually want in your life and what you want from your life. And then you want to do the say less, do more method. You want to keep that to yourself, and you want to go all in on not talking about it, and just executing ruthlessly on what you said you wanted to do for yourself. Because we're all guilty of this. We're all guilty of saying for the longest time that we're going to do something, and then it taking way fucking longer than it needs to take. And half the shit that we talk about in our lives doesn't need to take as long as it's taking. It doesn't have to be. We can literally shortcut the whole system by just saying to ourselves, okay, what am I saying too much about? How can I say less about that? And how can I put more into the action? So rather than consuming the content, which I've been guilty of, we're all guilty of consuming a few reels, consuming a few YouTube videos, we're all guilty of that. But rather than consuming the content, could I be out in the harbour right now creating a piece of content? Absolutely, this is what I'm doing this for now. Now, is every piece of content that you create going to be a world-beating piece of content? Probably not. But at least you're in the pursuit of speaking less and saying less publicly, but doing more and creating more. So like today, for argument's sake, I've been on software meetings, I've been on brand meetings for my podcast, I've been on like a tour meeting, I've had a meeting with my EA, I've done all this stuff. I've not said a lot in the public world today. I've not been on any Instagram stories yapping away today. I've not been doing that. The only content I've created today is this piece of content, a piece of evergreen content, something that's going to live on and help people. So I'm using the thesis, say less, do more, in areas of life where it makes sense. And when you're in places like this, there is a lot of what I call Afghanistanis, a lot of talkers, a lot of talkers, and you have to sift through them. A lot of people are just yapping away about this and that, but when you're seeing what they're actually really doing, they're not doing a lot. And you want to be one of these people that says a lot less than the average Joe, but does a lot more. And I want you to rise like a fucking phoenix every single time. I want you to write the book that you've always wanted to write, because you actually did the thing. You got up and you wrote, right? I want you to do the podcast that you actually wanted to do, because you actually got up in the morning and recorded the fucking podcast. I want you to get up in the morning and record the piece of content like this that you said that you were going to record. I just want you to honor yourself in every area of your life and stop talking about honoring yourself and start actually honoring yourself and embodying who that person is and turn up to the world in that way every single day. This is what I'm doing. You're just watching me do it in real time with this content. I said I'm going to do a video a day. I do, maybe sometimes I do one video, sometimes I do 2 videos a day, because it lights me up. And they might only be 5, 8 minutes, 10 minutes long, but that's not what it's about. It's about the process of creation. It's about getting out here. It's about speaking your internal truths. It's about putting a piece of content together that you believe that I would need to hear, right? It's about me coming and articulating an idea that I think would if there was some piece of advice that I could hear today on YouTube for 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes that would move me further forward in my life, what would that be for me? Well, this is what it would be for me today. This piece of content. Say less, do more, get it done, stop fucking about, move forward in all areas of your life by becoming a creator of your destiny, not someone who talks about it, right? Yeah, that's what I want for you. So from today, make sure you're not using your time to talk to other people about what you're supposedly doing. How about you just show the world what you're actually fucking doing, right? That's what I want. That's what I want for every single one of you that's watching this today. Make sure, write it on a whiteboard, write it on your phone. Say less, do more. Say less, do more. Say less, do more. And that's it. That's what I've got for you. Say less, do more, my friend. Much love.